Checking whether your site is vulnerable is an important part of being a responsible website owner. But what exactly does site vulnerability mean? Let's dig a little deeper. Site vulnerability is another way of referring to weaknesses in a website's components, operating system, software code, or configuration. Flaws in the way your site is made could give attackers unrestricted access to critical systems and private information. In real life, this could manifest as a cyber attack, a takeover of your site, the stealing of confidential data, and a disruption to your operating services. Things no business owner wants to go through. The good news? You can reduce the chances of these things happening by understanding your site's weaknesses and doing your best to mitigate them. Let me talk through some common types of site vulnerabilities. First, we have SQL injections. These occur when an attacker transmits malicious data to a database and could result in server takeovers, data loss, or data corruption. Second on the list is cross-site scripting, which is when a web app modifies an existing web page with user-supplied data or inserts untrusted data on a new web page without validating it. Attackers can then send and run code on your server. Cross-site request forgery is less frequent, but just as dangerous. CSRF is a common attack style that tricks a user into executing an unwanted action in a web application. None of these sound like much fun, right? Well, the first step to a more secure site is an awareness of its weaknesses. Tick. Now for step 2, the important part, doing your best to mitigate them. If your checkable result reads passed, feel free to skip past this video and head on to your next result. But if your status comes back as anything else, consult a professional with a keen understanding of how to reduce your risk. But don't panic. Not all items flagged in the report will require a remedy, and a technical expert will be perfectly placed to suggest some changes. Generally, the larger amount of site traffic and transactions, the more vulnerable to attack it is. So, this is of a higher priority to sites with high monetary turnover.